This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys. So, are you able to see, right?
Yes, sir.
So, yesterday we were discussing about split options. So, we have just started about the split options, but we have not completed. So, how to do a split operation? So, what kind of split columns that you can perform in Power BI desktop? Okay. So, for that, if you split means splitting the columns. Okay. Suppose uh, I want to split based on a delimiter. Okay, let me go to split on based on delimiter. But right now, let me take a customer table. I don't want to disturb customer table existing table. I have taken a duplicate copy of the table. I will go to columns. Go to columns. I will try to search for email address. Okay, click on email address. Okay. Now select this column. Now select this column and go and click by delimiter. Click by delimiter. Okay, now here if you say click by delimiter and if you say click OK, the column is going to be splitted into two things. Okay, column is going to be splitted into email ID address 1, email ID address 2, because you have mentioned a kind of at the rate as a splitting, like delimiter. Now my question is, what is a group by? When do we actually go for a group by? So suppose if I go to group by, okay, if I go to group by, right now which column is selected? Right now email address 2 column got selected and I'm going for group by operation. The current email ID address 2 column has been selected. Here I want to apply some kind of count operations. Okay, I can give any name for the aggregation. Say I can say domain count. I will explain you why I'm doing this, but for now just try to see. I have given a label name as a domain count and I'm applying some kind of count operation, aggregation operation. Okay, count on which column? Okay, if you say customer, say sum of, or it's not sum of, so if you say count of, so it is not displaying, right? Count all rows. Okay, the criteria here is based on a particular column. If you want to group by, suppose if I say group by option, if I say group by option, what is your criteria? Suppose my criteria is I want to group based on a gender column. Okay, based on a gender column. And what is the sum of total yearly income? Where is my total yearly income? Total yearly income, yes. If I say click, I'm giving this as a sum underscore total yearly underscore income. So click on OK. So this is how you're going to implement group by. Okay, so right now I'm trying to discuss about group by option. When I'm saying group by option, when I'm saying group by option, what do you mean by group by? So I need to group the results. Suppose I have a table called dim customer table. In that I have gender column and also I have yearly income column. Okay, I have gender column. Let me dim customer table. Go to dim customer table. I have something called gender column. Where is my gender? See, I have my gender column. I have my yearly income column. I want to understand whether males are getting more pay or females are getting more pay. So how can I do that? So I need to aggregate a complete values, because under gender we have either male or female. So overall, if I group the result, I am able to see M for one value, F for one value. Based on that, I can decide whoever is getting more pay. So to do that, so you are going to apply a group by option criteria, grouping criteria. On which column you want to group? I want to group based on a gender column, right? So select that particular column, select the group by class, select the gender column, then here it is a label. Okay. Gender underscore sales, sorry, income. You can give any name, but give some kind of proper income. So gender underscore income, what kind of operation that you are performing? Say I want to sum of all the customers yearly income. So simply select yearly income and click on OK. So whatever the result that you are able to see is a grouped result for male and female. Clear, guys? Are you clear about this group by class?
Yeah,
Yes,
clear,
sir,
sir.
clear.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
I want to just change the same requirement in another way. So I have in dim customer table, I have gender column and I have yearly income column. So not only gender, I want to include one more column called marital status. Okay. So under M, you have single and married. Under F, you have single and married. So again, I have something like categorization. Under male, say single. What is a yearly income? Under male, say married. What is a yearly income? Okay. Under female, single. What is a yearly income? Female, married. What is a yearly income? So like that, I want to understand the report by using a report. How can I do that? See, generally whatever we are doing here, what I'm going to do with this? Okay, simply I did some kind of transformations here. I will go to my Power BI designer, and the moment if I say apply, all the changes whatever I have implemented in my Power Query editor is going to be updated here in the Power BI designer, right? Now the question is, what are you going to do that data? I'm going to utilize this data for my visualization purpose, so that I'm not going to do look for each and every data, like who is getting more, who is getting less. I want it to represent in a report or a graphical or a chat format, so that by looking at the chart itself, I'll be able to understand it very easily. So that is my point. How can I do that? So simply select any chart. Suppose select some chart. Okay. So what is your criteria here? You have group columns, right? Suppose whatever the aggregation is there, see gender and all. So keep gender and keep this one, right? So this is a grouping. Suppose if I convert the same thing into a pie chart, it look like this. So by looking at the visual, I can easily tell them that basically I'm just trying to do some kind of basic formatting. Don't worry about this. Everything we are going to cover as part of our visualization concepts. Okay. I'm just trying to give some kind of proper title for this. I don't know, system got hanged. Okay, yeah, proper title for this. And what else I can do? So I can do data labels. I want to display like this, but that too with some different color. say some different color. Also I want exact value. Okay, I want the exact value, and I'll try to increase the value. See, now guys, you tell me, by looking at the visual, don't you think is it easy to handle? So what are you going to do after transformation? So we are going to utilize the transformed data in terms of in preparing the dashboards or visualizations. So clear guys till this point?
Yes, sir.
You can even convert this same chart into pie chart, sorry, donut chart, pie chart, any of the chart that you can do that. Okay, now for the next requirement, what is my next requirement? Again, I want to split the same, not only was on a gender column, but also with the marital status column. So I want grouping this time on two columns, not on a single column. So generally, if I want to implement this, so I have to write a group by statement saying how I have to write. Generally select, okay, let me open SQL Server database. See, do you think like did I write any coding to achieve this particular logic in Power BI? I haven't written any logic, right? Did I written any select statement or any logic to implement this change? No, I haven't, right? Let me open SQL Server. Okay, meanwhile, it will take some time to open. I don't know, my system is too slow today. Okay, meanwhile, how to implement the next logic of grouping based on two columns, grouping based on two columns. So how to do that? So grouping based on two columns, how to do that? So simply go to the customer table, okay. Suppose you have already grouped this, so uh, let me click on the undo option. Okay, undo option. I will go back to the old screen, and simply I will click on group by. Here I want to group based on gender column. So based on gender column, right? But not only the gender column, I want to group also marital status also in the group by class. How can I do that? Because I'm not able to see anything here. So that is the purpose we are going to use advanced options. The moment if you click on advanced options, it will allow you to add more columns in the group by. See, if I click on advanced, see, automatically add grouping, okay, add grouping and add aggregations you're able to see. So when I say add grouping, in the second, which column? On the marital status column, okay. You want to see this is a total underscore yearly income, right? Click on sum operation. You want to perform some sum operation on which column you want to perform? On yearly income column, okay, on yearly income column, and click on OK. See, M under male married, this is the yearly income. Under male single, this is the yearly income. I want to do this in a proper sorting order. So how can I do that? Simply you are going to utilize these options, ascending or descending options. Okay. So if you say ascending, it is going to be ascended, and if you say descending, it is going to be descended. See, I have a sort option in Power Query editor where you can do ascending and descending operations. See, F, okay, under female single, this is the value. Under female married, this is the value. Now again, if I go back to the screen, if I say apply changes, if I say apply changes, Babu, please go on mute. Babu, could you please go on mute? Just a second, guys. Let me come. Okay. Okay. So now, if you see here, dim customer. Okay. Apply changes. I don't know why my system is too slow, man. Dim customer gender contents. Okay. Okay. What you can do? Probably you can, because we did some kind of changes, right? I'm just deleting from here. Suppose if you see here, let me perform on this. Okay. Suppose see, this is the result for dim gender and yearly income. Now I want to include the same logic within this query. How can I do that? Simply go and click here, settings. Okay, click on advanced and try to add the second column is saying marital status. Try to add marital status and simply click on OK. See the same result. Now try to say apply. All the changes are going to be applied. See, the changes are applying for all the records which is available in that particular table. Okay, there's some problem with this table, but anyway, let me delete this table. Yes. What about this? Yes. Now if I say simply apply, that is the reason it is always better to take a backup of a table. So don't directly do any kind of logic implementation in the existing tables. So that will cause us this kind of issues, you know. Better to take the logic in a separate table by taking the duplicate of table. Okay. Yes. Now if you go back to this, see, since you have deleted that particular table, the visualization got removed. Okay. Now just try to select the visual. Try to take one more page here. Okay. So suppose this time from this table, same, what are you going to do? Gender, marital status, and sum of. Simply you're just selecting this and see the result. If you convert in a pie chart, you can convert. Now do some kind of basic formatting to understand I'm just trying to increase the size of the visual, so that size of the title of the visual. Okay. Also for the data labels, I'm not able to see. For data labels also, if you go to data label and I want to see the exact value, okay, I want to see the exact value with the larger size. See, this is how the report it is going to be. Okay, so if you see male married, that is the percentage of yearly income, female married. Okay, so like that, by looking at the visual itself, we can able to say that who is getting more yearly income. Okay, so if you go here, and what else you can add, if you want to add anything new logic, so where you have to add, simply there is a settings or gear icon, you generally call it as a gear icon or settings icon. Go to the gear icon which is available under applied steps, click on this. Okay, here you can add any groupings, any number of grouping columns you can add, any number of, suppose if you want to aggregate say average or medium, that is also you can see I want to apply median values. Okay, yearly income, so this is a kind of you can give this label as median. Okay, simply click on OK. See, the median values has been given, and simply say apply. So automatically the changes are going to be applied to the visualization. So then you just need to add that particular median. Okay guys, so till this point, any questions? Surya,
No, sir.
Shweta, Rupa.
No, it's clear, sir.
Now,
Clear, sir.
okay, so now let's go to again split options. So we have not covered the remaining, right? We are going to cover the remaining split options which is available. See, we have covered a delimiter, by number of characters, by positions we have covered. So by position we have covered, right? If I click on by position, automatically it will allow you to give the from the position onwards. Suppose let me extract the same table. Let me extract dim customer table, because I have deleted, and also I have performed group aggregation values. Where is my dim customers table? Select OK. Click on OK. Yes. Now, suppose splitting based on, suppose let me take one particular column. Which column do you want me to take? Okay, let me take the same email address column. So this time split by number of characters. Split by number of characters. So if I say number of characters, say if I say 4 and say okay, so it is splitting based on the number of characters. See, every 4 characters, the same column has been splitted. See, if you see the same email address column, it got splitted into email address 1, email address 2, email address 3, email address 4, 5, 6, something like that. Okay, based on the requirement, it is, so total 8 fields it got splitted. So if I'm going back again, if I'm going back, I don't want to perform split operation. Go back. Let me take a duplicate of this. Okay, in this table, I'll just try to go to a particular field. Okay, I want this column to be present. Rest of the columns I want to remove. Just remove. Okay, so if you're performing split by number of characters, so if I say number of characters as 6, so then first 6 characters into one cell, then next 6 characters into, like that. The same column is going to be split into how many columns? 6 columns. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Sir.
Okay. Now, what about split by position? If I say split by position, okay, suppose if I say position of 4, and if I say okay, see, I want to, if I want to get the difference, what I'll try to do, first I'll try to duplicate the column. Okay, for comparison purpose. So now I will say split by position. If I say 4, what it is actually doing? Okay, see, now try to compare from the 4th position. What is there first? 1 2 3 JON 2 is a 4 characters. From the 4th position to till the end, the result is going to be displayed. So when you want to kind of do the truncation of the data in terms of strings, so we generally will go for, clear guys, split by positions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, clear.
Okay, now uppercase to lowercase, lowercase to uppercase. So try to read this. Split the values in the selected column based on the translation from a lowercase letter to uppercase letter. Okay, for this I'll try to show you some example, because I need to implement in a, which I've already prepared actually for some example. Right, we are trying to looking for this particular thing. Oh, split by position is what we are looking. Yes, see, try to see here. Okay, what happens if I say uppercase to lowercase and lowercase to uppercase? So okay, suppose to implement this, let me create a small table here. How to create a small table within the Power BI desktop? Okay, simply you're going to say enter data, enter data, and you're giving this as a split. And what is that you are able to see? I'm able to see the data is something like this. Okay, what is Power BI? And click on OK. Why actually I'm creating a temporary table? Can't we do directly implement the same operation in the existing tables? The answer is yes, you can implement, but since you have huge volume of data, it is really tough to understand. So let me take a sample scenario here. See, in the split you have this rest of the options. The 4 options are very, very important. Logically little tricky. There is a little tricky option is there. See, now I have a split option here. Okay, now what I will try to do, I will try to take the copy of this particular column. Okay, now on the duplicate column I will try to apply split by lowercase to uppercase. Try to read the description. Splits the values in the selected column based on the transitions from a lowercase to an uppercase letter. Okay, can anybody tell me what happens if I click on by lowercase to uppercase? Okay, let me perform this. What is the result that I'm able to see? Nothing I'm able to see, right? So again, if I go back, and I want to update this record. Simply just I have updated the record, and I'm just taking the duplicate of that particular column. Now I have selected this column, and now I say by lowercase to uppercase. Click on by lowercase to uppercase and say insert. See, What is the difference that you're able to see? What happens if I click on by lowercase to uppercase? Can anybody quickly tell me?
Where the uppercase started, I mean, it got splitted in between.
Yeah, see, the reason is wherever, see, lower to upper, lower to upper. See, what is power BI? Capital W. So this is not a lower case. So wherever you find lower immediate upper, even if you have in between space, that will not consider. Lower immediate upper will matches, there the split will happen. See, if you see here, what space I, see, T is small. See here, your T is small, I is capital, lowercase letter, immediately uppercase letter, but in between T and I there
Space.
is a split. That is the reason it is not splitting. But if you see power BI, R is a small letter, immediately capital B. So that means it is a matched valid criteria. It will try to split what is power into one column and BI into another column. So what happens if I click on by lowercase to uppercase is whenever it sees whenever the letter is ending, the letter should ending with capital letter, immediately it has to preceded with lowercase letter. Immediately it has to preceded with lowercase letter. That's what I have actually mentioned here. See, lowercase letter ending and immediately uppercase letter is starting. Okay, whichever the uppercase is starting, but previous character should be lowercase, there the split will occur. There the split will occur. That is the lowercase to uppercase. So this is something you can call this as a lowercase to uppercase. So can I okay, duplicate. So this is lower to upper. I'm just mentioning lower to upper. Now let me perform remove reverse, low upper to lower. Suppose I want to update this data. Okay, I want to update this data saying, let me take the same example here. Mm, same, what is power BI, right? So in this, let me update something like this. What is power BI? Okay, something like this, right? I have updated this. Now what I will try to do for comparison purpose, I will try to take the column as a duplicate column. Every time why it is asking, so it is asking you whatever the I told you, like whatever the activity that you perform in the Power Query editor are going to be stored as a new step in the applied steps, right? So that's what it is actually asking for. Okay, now let me select this particular column. Now let me go to here, then next by uppercase to lowercase. If I click on this, it is asking insert a new step. Yes, insert. See, try to see here. Now you tell me what is the different and based on which criteria the data got splitted. Can anybody tell me quickly?
Immediately, wherever the uppercase started, it got splitted.
Perfect. See, wherever the uppercase started, immediately next letter should be a small letter, lowercase letter. There the split will occur. Okay. So T, capital T is a capital letter, and immediately small I is a small letter. So not even space. Okay. Immediate letter. So then there the split will occur. Again, S capital. Okay. Immediately P is not a small. So that is the reason it is not got split. So P capital. O is small again. Say the split has happened. Power BI, like OWERP. Then again I is a small, so splitted. So that is how the option for lower upper to lower. Okay, so we have seen lower to upper, and also we have seen upper to lower. Any questions on this? Upper to lower and lower to upper.
At
Any
what kind of
questions?
situations we are going to use this, sir?
It depends on your situation. Client will say I want a column to be splitted in this particular criteria. So suppose he will say, wherever client will says in the reports, I want to split a single column into multiple column. My criteria is wherever upper letters are getting, it has to be splitted into a new letter. Suppose let me see here. This is Santosh. But do you think this is a kind of meaningful data? It is not meaningful. So it has to be something like this. This is Santosh. So here we need to apply some kind of splitting. How are you going to apply? So what is your criteria here? Wherever it is starting capital letters and the preceded with small letter, so then you have to, so lower to uppercase you have to use to split this kind of requirement. So it is all based on the requirement, my friend. Okay, so whatever the requirement is there, based on that only you are going to act. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Any questions, Rupa, Sweta, Naveen?
No, sir.
All right. Similarly, I mean, these are the little tricky options. I request you to practice. Okay, uppercase to lowercase, then lowercase to uppercase. Okay, same. See, if you see here, what is power? Okay, see what is, but capital T starting with capital T immediately small I, right? But since you have a space in between, it will not split. But capital P, then O, so there the split will occur. There the split will occur, uppercase to lowercase. Then similarly, you have something like this. Okay, 1 2 3 Santosh, or 1 2 3 Nikhil. Suppose generally we'll be having account numbers in a alphanumeric characters. Okay, suppose let me create a small table again. Say, okay, let me take a account table, name as an account table. This is a column name as a account number, right? So I want to pass this as a say IC 0000244 and say okay. Assume this is my IFSC code for that particular branch. There is a situation wherein you need to split numbers into one cell and characters into another cell. So how to do that? First, try to take the duplicate column of that. On the duplicate column, go to split and say digit to non-digit. What happens if I go for digit to non-digit? See, split the values into the selected column based on the transactions from a digit to non-digit. Digit to non-digit. See, if I click on this, this will not work. This will not work. See, this is not started with a digit. This is started with the non-digit. So the same operation, if I'm going for non-digit to digit, so if I click on this, because my account number started with a non-digit value with the digits, so I want to split in that particular situation non-digit to digit and digit to non-digit. So this is non-digit to digit format. So if I click on this and non-digit to digit format, characters will be separated, numbers will be separated. Are you clear? Any questions?
Clear, sir.
Okay.
Sir, if any special characters are there in it?
You try.
If any
You need to
special characters.
you have to try. Okay, you have to try and come back with the questions tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. No. Okay. Now enter data. See, if it is a special character, so then definitely you have to go for uppercase to lowercase only, because that will be treated as a string, right? Suppose, okay, for your satisfaction purpose, if I'm just trying to, kind of renaming the data also. See, you're talking about in between some special character, say some @ symbol. Okay, click on this. Okay, yes. Now try to take the copy of this, duplicate column, insert a record, insert a step. Okay, on this particular column, if I'm going for a, because it has started with non-digit, so non-digit to digit. So if we click on this, see non-digit, see non-digit into one thing, then again non-digit, non-digit. So that means the special character also is going to be split into another column. Clear?
Okay, sir.
You have to try with multiple combination of this. Okay, so that's about it. So suppose if I'm trying to create one more table, why am I actually performing this on a single record? Because since it is little tricky ones, you can perform the same operations in the, suppose, okay, let me go to dim customer table. Okay, I have customer alternative keys there, so let me go to here split, and this time it has started with, I want to convert this with non-digit to digit. So can I do that? Yes, you can. See, if you see this, see AW into one cell and the remaining into another cell. Got it, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
no?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, but I mean, since it is little tricky, tricky thing, I'm just trying to implement the logic in a single record. That is the only difference. I'm trying to take one more account table. This time I'm giving this as a IFSC code as a column name. So I have say 1 2 3 4 SBI and say okay. Okay, I have created some sample table. Okay, let me take a copy, because for comparison purpose I'm taking the copy of the column. On the copy of the column I'm performing the logic. So if I say it has started with the digit, I want to convert this digit to non-digit. So simply click on digit to non-digit, so it will convert digits into one cell and non-digits into another cell. See, overall if you talk about split operation, will always talks about, you know is it based on your based on delimiter, or number of characters, or positions, or uppercase to lowercase, or lowercase to uppercase, or digit to non-digit, or non-digit to digit? It is all depends on your situation and your requirement. What is exactly your requirement of splitting? So based on this, see, out of whatever your requirement is there, so obviously it is going to be there either of this, either a first or second or third or fourth or fifth, sixth, seventh, any of these options will be there. We can achieve the split operations. Guys, are you clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Any questions, Surya?
Yes, sir.
Any questions, Surya, Rupa?
No, sir.
So this is clear, but
Okay.
not related to this. Suppose, for an example, we have created a report, and
Okay.
what about the next steps? I mean, how can we share with our client, and do we
That
also
is
need to
that
save
is
this
the
before?
next. Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Who is this?
Surya, sir.
Surya. I hope
Yeah.
you have attended my architecture class, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me show you again. Okay. This is my architecture, Power BI architecture. Okay, see, once we design, like where are we in terms of Power BI architecture? See, from the source we
14.
are going to extract the table. We will perform our ETLs. We will perform our modeling. We will design our reports. Everything is done. See, ETLs modeling is nothing but the transformation that we have did just now. Whatever you split or combine or concatenate, whatever the operations are there, all transformations are ETLs. So once it is done, we are going to generate a report. After that, it is depends on your requirement whether you are going to publish this to Power BI cloud or Power BI report server. So it is going to be dependent on that. So actually the agenda is, first we are going to cover Power BI desktop all options. So once we are familiar with Power BI options all, so then we will go for Power BI cloud service for some more days, Power BI report services for some more days. Okay, that is the training flow actually. So still we have not completed all Power BI components like Power BI desktop components. Still we are in the stage of Power BI desktop only. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
After
Thank you,
that, we
sir.
are going to discuss on Power BI cloud. What is a kind of Power BI cloud and all. Okay. Now you can ask me a question like, once you have created that, so once you have created that, so where are you going to do that actually? So if you see that, I'll just tell you. You have did these things. Okay. See, after that, see, whatever the report that you have generated here, how can you say that the values are correct or not? So for that purpose, to validate that, we are going to connect to the database. So you're going to validate by writing the queries. What is your table? It is a dim customer table. Okay, so make sure you select the proper database, because the dim customer table is available under AdventureWorks. Select the AdventureWorks. First, try to execute this. Okay, select a star from this particular table, right? So you need to have gender wise. Okay, you have gender column, you have marital status column, you have yearly income column. So gender wise and marital status wise, you want sum of yearly income column. This as a total yearly income. Okay, from which table? From, say, group by which columns? Why we are going for group by? Because we are using normal columns along with the aggregate column, so definitely we have to use a group by class to get the result. Again, if you want to apply some order for this, you are going to say order by gender. Okay, execute this. Now it's in the proper order. Now try to validate here. See, for female single, what is the value? It is 23708000. Go to the report, 23708000. So the value is correct. Okay, now let me go to male married. So it is 31764000. It is 31764000. So like that you're going to validate. But do you think, did I write any single line of code of this achieving this logic? Nothing. But who has written this kind of code? Your Power BI desktop has been written. Suppose you want curious to see the particular code. So where are you are going to see this code? Under advanced editor. Under advanced editor. See, the code has been written something like this. Power BI itself taken a group by condition columns. You are not going to take anything. Power BI itself will taken care of that grouping option. But for validation purpose, you have to write a query and you need to validate whatever the data which is available in the backend is properly matching to the front end value or not. That you are going to do. Clear, guys?
Clear, sir.
Any questions?
Sir, in data sublanguages,
Okay,
how
guys.
we
So
can do
till this point,
rollback
if you're
of
clear, then tomorrow we are going to see how to extract live data.